What comes to your mind when you hear French nails? Style, boring, white tip? Oh no, I hate doing that. Elegant, old school. I personally have love and hate relationships with French nails because I love how it looks. I think that it perfectly matches with any kind of outfits, whether you're wearing a yoga pants or an evening dress. But if you are a perfectionist just like me and you cannot stand when these lines are not perfectly identical, symmetrical and crisp on every single nail, then you're in trouble because this design is going to take a while. In this video, we will do an alternative style of French nails and use a cheat code to make it super fast. And also we'll try my new electric nail file.
This box itself is pretty small, so I assume the electric nail file is going to be tiny too. We have a manual here, and this is a nail file Maryton. It is red and it is rechargeable and portable, so you can charge it and then you can use it whenever you want. And it is pretty small, it's almost the size of the smartphone. I like that the charger is with USB, so you can use it in any part of the world. I'm surprised how did they fit all this in such a small box. We also have a mandrel and a kit of sandbands, and this is the handpiece, which is also red and silver. The handpiece is medium weight. I cannot say that it's ultra light, but it feels pretty comfortable. Once you turn it on, you can see the speed on the screen and you can go up to 35,000 rotations per minute. F means you're using forward mode, and once you want to switch to reverse, you simply click, it will automatically stop and do the opposite rotation. You can also see the battery level on the screen, so you will definitely know when it's time to charge it. Now let's do the actual test drive. This is my model for today. She has acrylic nails, which is perfect for electric nail file test drive. I will be using carbide bit with green abrasive mark, and let's file off these nails. Acrylic is the hardest product to file compared to hard gel, soft gel, polygel. So if this electric nail file will be able to file it off, we do not need to worry about anything else. I'm using almost top speed right now, about 30,000 rotations per minute, and whenever you are doing product removal, it is better to use high speed, because if you will use a low speed such as 10 or 12k RPMs, it's super slow. It will cause additional friction and overheating on the surface of the nail plate. I like that Maryton A-file is not too noisy, and because it's rechargeable, you can use it for mobile services, you can definitely use it at home for personal use, and it's just super easy to take it anywhere. So I'm definitely adding this one to my recommended list. Since we didn't have any problems with product removal and acrylic nails, we can definitely do a dry manicure as well. This is the kind of manicure I prefer, and I do it at all times because it's pretty easy, it's fast, and we do not need to work with water, because whenever you soak your nails or hands in water, they absorb it a little bit, and then you need to wait and make sure they're fully dry before you can apply any product. And since we will be doing extensions afterwards, it is better if you're able to keep them dry. Right now I'm working at the lower speed because I'm dealing with skin and natural nail. It's 17,000 rotations per minute, forward mode. I'm using a diamond bit with a red abrasive mark. I noticed some interesting questions in the comments under my videos that do we need to do this dry manicure or nail prep if we have a client who almost has no visible cuticles or dry skin? People who don't have much visible dry and crusty skin on their cuticles and proximal nail fold are definitely lucky. In this case, there's definitely less job for us to do, but we still need to do nail prep because even if you do not see any visible dry skin, there's definitely some cuticles on the nail plate, and this is the ones that we need to clean. Otherwise, the product is not going to adhere well to it, and we will have product lifting after a few days. So the answer is, regardless of how nails look, you still need to do nail prep, and this is an essential part of the service. Now I'm going to file the free edge short because we're about to do extensions and we don't really need this free edge for it. Before we proceed to the next step, I'm going to trim the dry skin using manicure scissors. We're going to do French nails, but today we're going to use a cheat code and do it super easy and fast, because I'm about to use soft gel tips. We need to apply dehydrator first. You can also use non-acid primer for better adhesion. And we definitely need to apply base coat and cure it in LED for 30 seconds. Then I'm going to apply soft gel tips with smile lines, and the reason I'm holding them with the tweezers is because they're pretty short and my nails are super big, so whenever I hold them, I'm not even able to see if I'm doing it right, if I see the center, or if I accidentally attach the tip and it's looking in the wrong direction. Now we also need to use electric nail file to file this area, because you probably noticed that I did not apply these tips all the way to the cuticle, because in my opinion these exact tips look a little better, and my client, she has pretty long nail beds, so I just think this style suits her better. But we cannot just leave them like this. I need to file this area near the cuticle, so it is going to be super thin, and then we will add some product. I'm using carbide bead with green abrasive mark. The speed is 25,000 rotations per minute, forward mode. It's super important to file only the part where we have the tip. Do not touch the natural nail. And this process is pretty fast. It took me about 10 minutes to do all nails. Since I didn't use clear tips, I used tips that already have a color. We have nude and we have white on the free edge. Then you need to decide. You can choose a similar color and apply it near the cuticle, but since we're not going to do standard white French nails, we're going to do something better. You will see it in a few moments, so we will not need to worry about it because I'm going to cover this part anyway. You don't need to file the entire tip, only the area near the cuticle to make sure that it is super thin and almost invisible, and now it's on the same level as the natural nail. And be careful, do not accidentally touch the corners of the smile line because we do not want to ruin them. A little filing and shaping at the end, and that's it. We do not need to buff them or anything, we can just apply the color. So we decided to try this look. I've seen it on Pinterest when you use light reflective gel polish, and we decided to use a pink color, and I'm going to apply it only to the nail bed area, which is going to be pretty simple because we already have these perfect smile lines and we're going to use this line as a guide. First, I apply it from the bottle as I normally do when applying gel polish, but as we get closer to the smile line, I switch to detailer brush to make it super close and to not go over white. And if you accidentally do, it's so easy to clean it before you cure it. I think I like how it looks already. Normally, I never liked reflective gel polishes when you see them with a regular light, only when you turn the lights off or you use some kind of a special light. But this one looks pretty even in the daylight, which is nice, right? Because they're always going to look pretty. But I'm still super curious, what are they going to look once we turn the lights off? After curing them in LED for 1 minute, we need to seal them with a top coat. I'm going to use a little extra product on the free edge to level it up. That's it. This is what they look like in a regular light, and without the lights they look even better. And unfortunately the camera is not showing how great they look with this little light, and this is how they shine on the sun. Link to the Maryton electric nail file that I used in this video will be in the description box as usual, and thank you so much for watching. If this is your first time here on my channel, consider subscribing, as I post new tutorials and product reviews just like this one every week.